Oh, yeah, baby. What's up? What's up? Welcome to the Killjoy Jake YouTube channel. If you're hanging with us, please subscribe. Please like the stream. It means quite a great deal. If I'm not live and I'm talking to myself, hello, Jake. How are you? I think I am actually live. I lied. Yes, I see myself on the other monitor now. How are we doing? How are we doing, everybody? Welcome to the Horror Yap session. It's Tuesdays, ladies and it's Tuesdays. We're at Ruby Tuesdays, baby. Not sponsored. No, we're talking a little horror tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Talking some Scream, talking some Silent Night, Deadly Night, whatever you guys want to get into, really. I'm down to yap. So whatever y'all want to yap about, we're rocking and rolling. Erica is letting me know that I am in fact live, so I won't take my pants off, not like last time, I promise. Erica, thank you so much for hanging out with us. Greatly appreciate you. Who else is with us? We got Richard J. Skarenki saying, sorry, Jake, had to miss this one. I'll be at bingo class tonight. Is that like you're learning how to play bingo class? Like, hang on, there's a lot of questions here. Are you learning bingo? Like, are you learning how to do it? Or are you just playing bingo? Can I come instead of this? I'm just curious. Now I'm just curious. Horror bingo night might be kind of fun. I'm gonna be real, Richard. You're really inspiring a lot of insane thoughts over here. Shot by Shot is saying first, what's up, Shot by Shot? How we doing? How we doing? King Matthew III saying, what's up, Jake? How are you doing? I'm freaking fantastic. You're also not gonna be able to join, and yet you're still here. The commitment is pretty damn cool. You're gonna be at work, but my theory for Scream 7 is that maybe either Mindy or Chad is Ghostface. You know, that really would be a shock. That would really bum me out, with how much I liked these characters in the previous two movies. So it would be a big bummer to see both of them just kind of come out and be evil now. That'd be kind of crazy. Antonis Andriotis, hey Jake, what's up, man? How we doing, Antonis? Thanks for hanging out with us. Greatly appreciate you. Welcome in, welcome in. Jordan James, Jimbo James hanging out with us. What's up, Jordan James? How we doing? My theories is that the main Ghostface killer in Scream 7 will be in Scream 8. It would be nice to have a little bit of a carryover. You know, I think that would just be a lot of fun. To finally do some sort of cliffhanger, just to do something different. You know, like that would be nice to do something a little outside the box. Because I think we've been in this little tiny compact box, which it's fun and it's comfortable to sit inside the box. But I want to see what's outside of it. This metaphor is going on for a little too long. Jordan James, thank you for hanging out with us. I'm making Erica laugh with the Marcus references. I still have the soundboard, so you might hear some Marcus today. Who knows? Anything could happen. Did we just get we just got a big update on Crystal Lake, baby. I just glanced at my phone for 2 seconds. Oh shit, I'm gonna have to make a video about that. That's exciting. Sid Gaming is saying, what's up? What's up, my friend? How we doing? How we doing? The chat's not going for some reason. Hang on now. Let's refresh this. Can we get the chat going up on the screen? I don't know why, but like my little stream elements thing, it just does not like me some days. Sometimes it's totally fine. Last stream it was going great. Now it's all angy. So I don't know what's going on with that. But I see your guys' chats, and I greatly appreciate you all. Samantha Robinson, thank you for being a channel member. Hey, Jake. Hey, Samantha, welcome in, welcome in. Gory Tiger saying, what's up? What's up, my friend? How we doing? How we doing? Thanks for stopping by. We got Sarah Campbell, who's been a member for 24 months. That's 2 years, ladies and gentlemen. Opening up the puzzle box, I see, with your member icon. Love that, love that. Little lament configuration action. What's up, Sarah? How we doing? Happy Tuesday. Happy Tuesday to you, my friend. Thank you for hanging out with us. Did you see my little shout out to you in one of my new videos? I gave you a little shout. I wanted to thank you again for making me watch Frailty. Because this new Silent Night, Deadly Night is totally taking inspiration from that film. And I got to see it early, or very early this morning, in fact. And I'm watching it and I'm just thinking to myself, oh my God, this is some Frailty action going on here. So I'm very thankful that you made me watch that movie. It was a nice little point of reference, I think, with this new film. So if you like Frailty, I think you'll really like the new Silent Night, Deadly Night. Sarah, thank you so much for being a member for all this time. I greatly appreciate your support. And happy Tuesday to you as well, my friend. Ashton Lux also here saying, hey, yo, welcome in, welcome in. We have Mr. L throwing $2 out there. Thank you for kicking off our super chat goal, my friend. Thank you. What you want, don't want in an Alien Isolation 2. I still haven't played through all of Alien Isolation. I did one stream over on the gaming channel. I want to finish it. We didn't have the craziest turnout for part one. So I don't know, maybe I'll come back to it soon. What I am loving about the game so far from my like hour and a half of playing it is the fact that we're following Ripley's daughter. I think that it is genuinely terrifying, and I haven't even I think I briefly encountered the xenomorph once, like right at the end too, and just the atmosphere, the levels itself. I mean, it's just gorgeous. Feels like we're in an all new Alien story. What do I want in a new Alien Isolation? I want more of it. Like I haven't even played through the whole game yet, and I'm loving it already. I definitely want more from that story. You know, Ripley's daughter, that's interesting to me. And she's also a cool character so far. You know, what we know about her. She's looking for her mom in space. I think that's real. I think it's just a cool storyline. I'm vibing with it so far. So I'm really loving everything there is about Alien Isolation so far. And I can't wait to play through the rest of it as well as like the DLC. So at some point we're going to bring that back. Over on the gaming channel. Like I said, the first stream didn't do too well, so maybe I'll hype up the next one a little more. I would love to play more of that though. I really had a good time with it. But we are doing a little gaming stream tonight, Mr. L. Thank you for the segue. We're playing a little repo tonight with the fellas. So stop on by at 9 p.m. Eastern time, approximately an hour and 53 minutes from right now, this very second. So stop on by. It's going to be a good time. Mr. L, thank you for the 2. Thank you for supporting the page. It means a lot during these trying times. The holidays are always crazy, right? So thank you, thank you. We have Hollywood Guy 1241 saying, hello, chat. What's up, Jake? How we doing, Hollywood Guy? How you doing out in Hollywood right now? Crazy successful? Vibing out? Going to all the parties? Let us know. Let us know how you're feeling, my friend. Thank you for hanging out with us. Thanks for being a channel member as well. I see you're also opening up the puzzle box, which is pretty damn cool. We have Nick. Is that Nick Miko? 6297. I don't know if these numbers mean anything, but the numbers, Mason, what do they mean? Saying, what's up, Jake? My theory is that Leslie will end up being an ally for Sydney. That would be kind of cool, actually. That'd be kind of a cool little twist, because I think if we do get to the point where we figure out someone is Leslie Mocker in a camp, then you can assume, right? You can assume, okay, they're probably evil. But it would actually be a nice way to pull the wool over our eyes. You know, it's a bit of a trope when it comes to Scream now, to make the family member the killer. So to not do that, to subvert expectations, would actually be kind of cool. Scream used to make fun of tropes, and now they have their own tropes, right? So to self-examine, to be self-aware of something like that, I think would just be really beneficial to Scream at this point. So I like that. I really like that, Nick. I'm all about that idea. 100%. Rock and roll. Sarah Campbell is saying Frailty is the gift that keeps on giving. I love that you loved it. I love that movie with my whole heart. Frailty is like one of the best movies that someone was like, give this movie a watch. Just check it out. It's pretty good. And I'm just sitting there. I remember in my bedroom just blown away. I'm just like, what this movie? One of the best twist endings. I genuinely like. One of the best twist endings I've seen in a movie where I didn't already know the twist because it was so popular. Like, everyone knows the ending of The Sixth Sense. Like, I had that movie spoiled for me when I was 4 years old. You know what I mean? It was one of those things. And then I watched it. And I'm like, oh, this is really good. But I knew the twist. If I didn't know the twist, I bet it would have hit even harder, you know? But man, going into that movie, not knowing where it was going to go, Frailty hits you like a semi-truck. It is awesome. So loved that movie quite a bit. Was really thankful that I was able to see that one with no prior knowledge of it. So thank you again, Sarah. Frankie Bruh is saying they're showing Stu as a FaceTime in the second trailer. Which kind of tells me it's a deepfake AI motive. I think, they could just do something as simple as have Ghostface utilize the technology to vilify it. I think that does enough, and it's really subtle, right? I think if the whole motive was just about like, we love AI and deep, why would these ghost faces be targeting Sydney then and her daughter? So that might, I don't know, maybe is that a step too far, right? Is that too much leaning into some modern problems? I don't know. Maybe there's an interesting way to cook it up so it doesn't feel like too on the nose, right? I think with some of these things, you know, you got to do it in subtle ways, or it might just become like too much. Might feel like we're really just getting up on the soapbox and preaching to you, and then the movie's not fun anymore. I think it's important. I think if you're going to do social commentary, to keep it subtle. That's where I think it is the most effective for me personally, because it's still a movie at the end of the day. You should have some messages. You should have some deeper layers than just what's on the surface with the movie, so that there's more to think about. Gives it some rewatchability. But I think at the same time, you can get a little too preachy, even if it's a message that, like, yeah, movie goers are going to agree with. Fuck AI. I want human beings making the movies that I watch. You know, people who actually enjoy movies, I think would agree with that. So yeah, I mean, people are gonna vibe with that, obviously. But I think if you just make the whole movie about that, maybe it's gonna become something else. Maybe too far away from what we love about Scream. And there's still some other things that I think are important to the Scream stew, if you will. Right? We got to throw a bunch of different ingredients in there. Don't just make it all about one thing. Lots to love about Scream. I hope that they get all those little details right, because it's important, man. There's so much going on with Scream that I think is so good. It would bum me out if they missed any of those things. Do I sound like an impossible to please fan? Because I am. King Bull 90s is saying, "Hey yo, what's going on, everyone? How we doing, King Bull? Welcome in." Or you're throwing like little. Is this love? Is this like peace and love, bro? I don't know. I know devil horns, baby. That's what I know. Joe Bamba, what's new? When new trailer? Joe Bamba wants this new trailer now. Probably sometime this month. You know, we have a holiday thing going on, right? We got the trailer for Scream 7 the day before Halloween, which was pretty damn cool. Could we be getting it sometime around Christmas? I think that's definitely in the realm of possibility. That could make a lot of sense to me, getting it sometime right before then. So maybe like that week. I'm almost thinking like that Monday or Tuesday before Christmas, which is a Thursday this year. So I could kind of see that happening, perhaps. Could be the case. That's my guess, Joe. Thank you for being a member, though, my friend. Really do appreciate you. Oh, man, I almost missed this. Hollywood Guys throwing $5 out there. Thank you for the support, my friend. Jake, I want the Scream 7 trailer to come out already. I do, too. I want some more footage. I feel like we've just dissected that first trailer to death. Like, I don't even know what else I could possibly talk about regarding it. When is the new trailer coming out? I hope it's better than the first one. You didn't like the first? Did you not like the first trailer? Oh, now I'm curious about that. I was impressed by the first trailer. I think I saw a lot of things that made me happy. Made me feel like, okay, you know, this is what I want from a new Scream movie. Ultimately, I'm seeing some really fun sequences being teased. Some really fun, like, just statements from our Ghostface. We're burning down the Mocker house. You know, I feel like that's a huge change to the franchise. We keep coming back to this location. It's starting to become the Nightmare on Elm Street house, right? It's like, why are we still coming back here? What's the significance? You know, let's move on. Let's move on to a different house. So burning it down is just saying, like, we're burning down the legacy of the series. That's got to obviously tie into the motive somehow. Come on now, that's way too thematic. Seems like it's our opening scene as well. Although I do kind of dig that little theory that's been going around that it's potentially some sort of ending sequence setting up the next movie. That would be a really fun misdirection if that wasn't even the opening scene of this movie, but like the, you know, opening scene of what's to come. That's kind of fun to me. But I think it's probably going to be our opening scene of 7. Burning down Stu's house, and just getting a little bit of a taste, a little bit of a setup of whoever this Ghostface is this time around. So I'm really vibing with it. I want this new trailer though. I want to see some more footage. I want to meet some more of the characters. There's a lot more we haven't seen. This is like the biggest cast for a Scream movie ever. We have a fuck ton of people that are going to be running around, potentially being dead meat at a certain point here. So I'm 100% just super excited to find out what the next trailer is going to show us. And I just hope it's good. I hope it's good. I hope it rocks. And I hope it doesn't suck. I hope it doesn't spoil anything else either, because I'm pretty confident at least about 2 characters dying in the next flick. There's 2 characters I'm 100% sure are going to die in this movie. And I think it lines up with who these characters are, what roles they're playing in a Scream movie, and kind of lines up with shit from the past. So I'm definitely pretty confident about that. I will reveal those 2 characters. I think I've kind of already talked about it. But if you don't want it spoiled, it's all good. Whatever you want, Hollywood Guy. I appreciate the 5. Thank you for the support. Fort Misery Gaming is saying, Jake, what are your thoughts on the Netflix likely securing Warner Bros? Do you think Paramount can actually acquire it through the stock bids? I know there is a lot of drama between them and our president. Yeah. Well, yeah, our president is friends with the Paramount CEOs, so I think he wants that to happen. And it's just it's a whole bunch of shit is what it's a shit scenario no matter who buys it. It's a deal that should be blocked. If the president is getting involved, it should be to block it and literally nothing else. Otherwise, he's just helping out his billionaire buddies. Nothing new for him, though. So I'm really hoping that he blocks this trade. This is the definition of a monopoly, and it would hurt the entertainment industry quite a bit. A lot of people getting fired who work on the movies that you guys love, because why would Netflix keep them around if we're not, especially if we're not bringing movies to theaters anymore? That seems to be part of their agenda. But then if Paramount gets it too, it's not looking very great there either. There'd just be so much IP all in one corner, all being made essentially with the same people. We love to celebrate writers, directors, and all these creative, wonderful folks, actors as well, who bring movies to life. But realistically, nothing would happen if there wasn't some sort of money up front, which is a shame. It's a shame that money is such a big question with all this stuff, but it is. So I'm just really hoping if there's some sort of chance in hell that this whole trade gets blocked. I don't think it will, but it should, in terms of legal matters and in how we look at how things have been done before in the past. This is a textbook monopoly is what it would be. If the Disney and Fox merger was controversial, this is 10 times worse. This is way bigger companies we're dealing with at this point, and it could be catastrophic for the movie industry big time. So really hoping that, really just hoping that it just, it doesn't happen somehow, some way. Nobody buys it. Just let Warner Bros. Do their thing, hopefully. We also have Hollywood Guy throwing 5 out there again. Thank you, my friend. You're saying I like it. It needs to hook me. Oh, okay, I got you. It needs to hook you, I guess. The Scream 7 trailer, you need some more from it. I want something new and better deaths. I'm picky. What can I say? No, I understand that. I've been a little crucial on some of the deaths in the previous Scream films. They've just felt very a little too quick, just kind of we just did that and moved on to the next thing real quick. I think just knife kills in general, where it's just poke and then we're moving forward. It's kind of boring at this point. I think we're in the modern age of slashers where just everything has been done already. It's hard to keep people invested unless there's not a lot of blood, a lot of gore. You got to kind of go extra in every department. You got to be able to build tension. You got to be able to deliver some sort of satisfying kills. You got to also deliver some really cool characters. Back in the 80s when this was a fresh thing that anyone could do, you could kind of just throw whatever at a movie and people might show up, people might vibe with it because it's oh wow, blood and gore on the big screen. That's exciting. But we've seen that for 40 years now. Modern audiences are, I'll be honest with you guys, this is not a diss towards Silent Night, Deadly Night. It's a great movie. It really is. That 2025 flick, I highly recommend seeing it in theaters. But I'm watching this and I'm just unfazed by the gore. I'm literally watching a guy get hammered in the face for a couple of minutes, and I'm just cool, let's move on. It takes a lot to gross me out at this point. I've seen it, we've seen it all at this point, right? So I agree. I think we need some sort of great way to build tension, great way to actually finish off the victims instead of just stab in the back, push them down, move on to the next person. We've seen that. Give us something else. I agree, though, Hollywood Guy. I'm waiting for that thing that's going to really blow me away. I think this opening scene looks like it's going to be very fun. And we haven't seen the aftermath of it yet, right? We haven't seen Michelle Randolph, for instance, fall on the knife. We don't know the results of that quite yet. We don't know how that's going to go down. How is Jimmy Tatro going to die? Or will he die? I don't know. Maybe he just gets tied up and lights on fire as the house burns down. That's pretty brutal. Kind of midsummery, very sacrificial. I don't know. That could be kind of cool. But I'm open-minded. I'm staying open-minded to Scream. I feel like I kind of agree. I don't know if I've seen a kill yet that's really blown my mind. I think that sequence is going to be fun, but haven't seen something yet that's whoa, that's crazy, But who knows? Maybe they're just saving the best for the movie itself. But I'm excited. I'm definitely hyped to see what else comes from this movie. And I just really hope that they're able to build tension well. I think that's just I want a gory kill, don't get me wrong, but I think from Scream, even more than anything, I want to feel like, oh, I want to be on the edge of my seat, like, oh, come on, holy shit, this is crazy. There's a scene in this new Silent Night, Deadly Night, and I promise you I'm not spoiling anything. All I'm going to say is it involves kids. It's a hard to watch scene because you think something awful is going to happen to some kids, and it has you on the edge of your seat the entire time. You're like, oh my god, like what's gonna happen? Like, if you can make me feel that with a good Ghostface chase scene, you've won me over, baby. Can Scream 7 do this? Can Scream 7 make me hurt because I'm just like, oh man, this character I like so much, she's going down, he or she's going down, I want to be panicking in the theater. I want to have to get kicked out of the theater. That's how excited I am by the tension being created. But Hollywood Guy, thank you for the 5. I greatly appreciate that. Who else is with us? We got Dave Sims saying meowdy Dave, welcome in. Paula Fitzhenry, what's up? This is insane. It's so insane. It's super duper insane. David Primero saying, hey Jake, finally catching up on your live stream. I was used to with the past time slot. By the way, I'm excited for Scream 7. Spoiler alert, I'm Ghostface. David, I moved from 3 o'clock. It just seemed like the attendance was a little low with the 3 p.m. stream. So we're back doing the 7 o'clock ones. I could do some more 3 p.m. streams. That is much more convenient for me, if I'm being totally honest. So, David, if there's a want for the 3 p.m. streams again, please let me know. I will do at least 1 or 2 of those a week because it's kind of rough doing, like, I have to separate my entire workday, basically. I can't complain. I love my job. This is amazing. I'm so grateful for all of you. But I basically like work on videos all day and then I'm streaming all night, where I used to just do like videos and then streams and then like called it a day. Was able to actually spend time with my fiance. And it would be nice to be able to do that. We did just get to watch some YouTube videos, so that was fun. But I would love to do some 3 o'clock streams some days. But it was just, it was getting to a point where just the attendance was low. People were saying they were at work. So I took the hint and started streaming at 7 o'clock. More or less. But if David, let me know in the chat if you want to see some more 3 o'clock streams, because I'll make it happen. We'll work something out. Michael Rue is saying it's gummy time, Jake. Fuck. I think I know what that means. Hell yeah, have fun. Be responsible. Be responsible. King Bull is saying, I agree. I'm not a fan of these entertainment companies buying these franchises. They never end well. No. I think I just the monopoly thing's one thing, that sucks. But I just think under one roof shouldn't be so much IP. You know what I mean? I like that all these different studios are approaching things in different ways, and that results in different kinds of products. You know what I mean? It would literally be if every horror franchise was under the same roof and it was the same like 5 or 6 couple of guys who were saying, we're going to do it this way and hire this director. With every single movie and TV show, everything would feel the same. More things would feel similar. And that's no fun. There's no room for creativity there. It shouldn't just be a board meeting of executives who decide where the money goes with all these things, right? It should be at least a couple. You know what I mean? But I don't know. Maybe that's just me talking crazy, I guess. But I think this whole, if this ends up being one gigantic Paramount or Netflix monopoly, no matter what the outcome is, it's just going to be bad, no matter who buys it. This whole thing, it should be blocked. If people actually cared about the entertainment industry, they would stop this, because it's going to result in a lot of people who are already working losing their jobs, and just a lot of IP being under the same roof, losing theater time if it goes to Netflix, maybe Paramount too. I don't know. It's dark times. It's dark times. That's for sure. Fort Misery Gaming is saying, did you see Five Nights at Freddy's 2 with a bunch of friends or solo? Because all my friends hated it. I saw it with my good friend Dylan from Splattercast. We got split up though, and I gotta say, I was kind of sad about that because Luke from Splattercast is also a good friend, and we like to cuddle up when we see movies together. But we got split up, so it was just me and Dylan watching it. And I will say, we both were kind of in the same boat. We both really were not crazy about it. I think I liked it just ever so slightly more than Dylan. He really was not all about it. He actually, literally the first thing he said to me when the movie was over was that these films are like cinematic NyQuil. It was his words exactly, which I thought was hilarious. I think that Five Nights at Freddy's 2, I've seen a lot of reviews saying this one's much more closed off to the general audience. I weirdly feel the opposite. Like I feel like the first movie was so lacking in anything else outside of just Easter eggs and lore dumps. You know, it was basically a $35 million MatPat, or 25 million, I don't know what the budget was. Super expensive MatPat video is what that first movie was. No scares, no tension, not really any interesting character building. Five Nights at Freddy's 2, it's also not great, but at least it had some good jump scares. That marionette thing in Five Nights at Freddy's 2 scared the fuck out of me. I'm like, that's pretty fucking creepy, dude. I gotta hand it to Five Nights at Freddy's 2. It's still pretty bad, but at least it had something that me, as someone who doesn't watch every single MatPat video and know all the lore by heart, I could still really get into at least something with this movie. So I definitely, like, I also can't say I hate these movies, because I'm actually very happy that they're bringing a younger audience out to the theater, which, like, dude, hell yeah. You know, that's a tough thing to come across these days. That's cool. And I know so many young people love these. I think, you know, it's a horror franchise that is going to get people into other horror franchises as time goes along. So I can't hate on these movies too much. I don't think they're very well written at all. And I think that's because Scott Cawthon is insisting upon writing them, apparently. I don't understand why he's the sole writer of this film. He's not a screenwriter. You know, he's a guy that's made a couple of video games. That's what he is. I don't know. The whole thing's weird to me. I just wish that they had a better screenwriter doing these things, and Scott Cawthon could just give notes and say, hey, you know, that doesn't really line up with the video games, do it this way instead, and then just have someone else who's a little more experienced rock and roll with it. But I think it's got to be something in his contract, dude, because they've been trying to make a Five Nights at Freddy's movie since the first game like blew up. So something's gone wrong behind the scenes. I'm guessing here. I'm speculating. This is not fact. But it seems like it's got to be him insisting upon writing it, right? I don't know. I'm speculating. What do I know? I could be totally wrong, but it seems like it's got to be something like that, because it's like, why are they letting this dude who's written one other movie, you know, write this? I don't know. Couldn't tell you. Let's scare Tiffany to death. What's up, Tiffany? How we doing? I hope you don't get scared to death. Saying, I'll take tension over gore any day. I want to be scared and stressed, but not grossed out. But why not both, Tiffany? That's what I'm always saying. I think that my big thing about Scream especially is I'm just like, we'll get like a good tension-fueled chase scene, and then it'll just end with stab in the back, push him down. And I'm just like, well, come on now. Where's the fun in that? I always feel like it's like, here we go, we're amping up, and then just, you know. That's how I feel about, sadly, a lot about many of the Scream chase scenes. Not all of them. There's, you know, some really good ones in Scream 2, some really good ones in, I think, some of the more modern movies as well, where we actually deliver on a pretty good kill on top of that. I don't want to, it doesn't even have to be gross. I want it to hurt. I think kills should make the audience feel like how the victim is feeling on screen. Wes's death in Scream 5, great example of this. This is one of the first, maybe outside of Olivia's death in Scream 4, but this is one of the first Scream kills that really made me feel pain. And it's just, I mean, it's so simple. It's just a slow knife through the neck. It's just the way it was shot, the way it was done. And it's just like, ooh, oh my God, you know, like, yikes. That was solid. If the chase scene was better, you know, prior to it, man, that would have been an all-timer, I think, from the Scream franchise. But I do agree, you know, you got to build that tension first. That's super important. But I think if we finally get there and then we don't do anything with it, that's also a missed opportunity. It's a 1-2 punch, I think, with these Scream chase sequences. I think, and again, it doesn't always have to result in hurt either. One of the best chase sequences in this entire franchise is in Scream 2, where we're chasing around Gale and Dewey. You know the sequence I'm talking about. And it ends with what you think is Dewey's death. And heartbroken. It's not necessarily like, oh, that hurts. It's, oh my God, Dewey. No, I love Dewey. You know what I mean? Like, it's that 1-2 punch of emotions, of tension and fear, then followed with emotional distress of, I've just lost a beloved character. That's what I think a great chase sequence in a horror film can do. It builds up to some sort of really powerful emotion and then just strikes you in the heart. I'm sounding really melodramatic tonight. I don't know what's up with me. There must be something in this energy drink, but I want to feel something, internet. I want to feel something. My cold black heart doesn't feel anything outside of movies. I'm just kidding. No, but I want Scream 7 to hurt me a little bit, you know? I want this to be like an off. I want to fall in love with this movie a little bit, and then I want it to break my heart. I want it to stomp it into pieces. Sarah Campbell, thank you for the 5 gifted memberships. Greatly appreciate you. That's going to Paula Fitzhenry, Queric V, Gemstone Ghoul, Skywalker Butito. What's up, Skywalker? How we doing? And it moved away. So sorry. Willie YD. How are you doing, my friend? Sarah, thank you for the 5. I greatly appreciate the support. Thank you. You're also saying I have zero investment in the Five Nights at Freddy's franchise or game. Totally fair. I only know the basic lore, so I just went to see them for Matthew and Skeet, and I just shut my brain off and had a fun, good time. And that you can do with these movies. I will say that. I think that more so with the second than the first. I will admit there was a point in Five Nights at Freddy's 2 during the third act where I think they just decided we're just not going to make any more sense at a certain point. Who cares? You know, we made it this far into the movie. We got your money. Cool. And it's just, you turn your brain off, you'll have a better time. Don't overthink it. Because there's some character decisions that don't make a lick of sense. And I also just think they're doing like these emotional beats that don't really work either. And again, maybe it's just me, but this is just something that didn't work for myself. There's this like romance going on between two of your characters the entire time. That's whatever. Is there a whole bunch? Are sparks flying? Is there a ton of chemistry? I don't know. It's whatever. Elizabeth Lale's doing her best, but Josh Hutcherson's collecting a paycheck. Cool. Rock on. Good for you, buddy. Good for you, PETA. But I think what doesn't work for me is just like what the actors are actually given to do with their characters. Like we have PETA now going and saying like, stay away from me. This is all your fault. And I'm like, no, it's not. She was embarrassed about a few things, but come on. Like, I don't know. It's crazy character decisions. That's not even the worst thing. I won't go on my rant. Again, I don't hate these movies. I sound like I hate these movies. I don't. I think it's wonderful that a lot of young kids are going to the theaters to see these. Maybe they're going to get invested in other horror franchises one day and start digging into the lore of that shit. I don't know. But Sarah, I'm kind of with you. I'm going to review these movies. I love that there's a lot of really cool people invested in them too. Matthew Lillard, Skeet Ulrich, Wayne Knight. I didn't even know he was in the movie. And then I think he steals the shit. Can I be so real? I think he's the best part of that movie. He's in it for like not even 10 minutes, and I think he's the best part of the whole movie. Wayne Knight's he's amazing, just an absolute legendary character actor. Just Kitten Erica. What's up, Erica? How we doing? Thank you for the 2. Who here didn't hit the like button? I'll find you guys. I always remind you, but sometimes I have to remind you guys, and it's kind of crazy because I just think that as a human being, I'd want to keep my fingers, but clearly you guys don't. If you don't hit the like button, or hell, even the dislike button, if you're just thinking to yourself, God, this guy is going on some crazy shit rants, I'm going to hit the dislike button. You got to hit one of the buttons, and you can keep all 10 of your digits. Otherwise, Erica's coming around, and she's going to be biting. She's hungry, ladies and gentlemen. So she might bite them off. Just hit one of those fun little buttons, and then you'll keep your digits. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. I'm just looking out for you guys. That's all. Erica, thank you for the 2. Thank you for reminding everybody in here that you will do these awful, terrible things. We have Gemstone. I can't read the rest of it, but I know who this is. Hi, Talia. How you doing? Welcome in. Gemstone Ghoul, who's become a member, throwing out a buck as well. I'm going to read a couple of your chats here. You said, I saw Five Nights at Freddy's and the puppet was the scariest part. I agree. Overall story was mid and the lack of Matthew was sad. I know, right? Now, I've had some Five Nights at Freddy's fans educate me in the comments, which I greatly appreciate. I was honestly even asking for it in my review because I'm like, I don't know the lore that well. I didn't, Five Nights at Freddy's, I was a little too old for that by the time it came around. It wasn't quite where I was. Had I been maybe like 4 years younger, I probably would have been much more into it. But I guess Matthew's going to be a much bigger part of part 3. And that's what they're trying to set up with 2. So I will give part 2 that. But I was definitely expecting this to be the movie where Matthew was going to have more to it. So I think leaving the theater, I was a little disappointed that he's in it less. And he wasn't even in it for the first time that much. And he's really only here for like a dream sequence. And that was kind of disappointing to me because it's like, man, I'm going to be real. Half the reason I'm showing up to this is for Matthew Lillard. Come on now. I ain't no Quentin Tarantino, okay? I love Matthew Lillard. I show up to movies for Matthew Lillard. So I agree. I was very sad about that. Laris Part. I can't read. Laris, how are you, my friend? Hello, Jake. Hello, everyone. I have a feeling that the second trailer will be dropping by the end of this week. I hope you're right. I hope you're Ghostradamus, like Nostradamus, but with Ghostface. That didn't land. How are you, my friend? I hope you're right. I hope you're secretly someone from the future who has come back in time to tell us on this live stream that it's ahead. I need it, baby. I need it. I'm craving it. My precious. That's what I'm thinking right now. I'm like Gollum, and I'm going to have just like a few wispy strands of hair at a certain point waiting for this trailer, just foaming at the mouth in the corner of the room. That's going to be my whole next Scream video, is just hanging out in that corner, foaming at the mouth. I think it's going to be a lot. That's going to be a banger. That's going to be a real good one. Oh, man. Okay, anyways, who else is with us today? I want to make sure I get to everybody. Sometimes I don't get to everybody, and I feel really bad about that. We have Tyler Durden saying, where is the new trailer they keep talking about? Great question. We heard from some third-party sources, which, you know, you can't always trust the third-party sources, that something was going to come out last week. That never happened, which makes me sad. But maybe something's got to be coming this month, though. I feel like it would be kind of weird if nothing came out this month. You know, we got a lot of people gathering together for families, getting, you know, talking to each other, showing each other videos during the holiday season, right? It's perfect timing to drop a new trailer. Like, there's families who are in love with the Scream franchise who are going to be talking. Come on now. So I hope they drop something before Christmas. I'm heavily speculating that. I think that would make a lot of sense. If not, I think they're definitely going to start picking up the marketing a little more as we head into January. I imagine that the 2 months leading into this movie is going to be a little heavier, you know, a little snappier, more shit. Because I am starting to get a little worried. By this point in Radio Silence's era of Scream, we were already starting to go kind of crazy with some of the weird marketing. We were getting some posters. We were getting some crazier interviews. Nothing. Nada. We got a trailer, and I'll give them that. That's cool, but you need more than a trailer at this point, you know? I mean, we don't want a repeat of the Scream 4 situation where you undermarket your movie and no one cares. But so far, Scream 7's having a really good run. I have to give this to the film. They have already gotten, like, way more views than the Scream 5 and 6 trailer. There seems to be, like, I think people are really hyped that Matthew could be the Ghostface in this movie. This feels like the movie where it could actually happen. Where like 5 and 6 moving into them, I was honestly even thinking, I'm like, there's no, like, even putting my bias aside, how I wouldn't really want to see that for the franchise, I really, going into 5 and 6, I'm like, I don't really understand why they would bring Stu back for this movie, for this story, for, you know, fresh set of characters. That doesn't make sense. This movie, I have my bias, but I do think Stu Macher could be alive in the film. I think that is 100% a possibility, not what I think is going to happen, but I think it is totally a valid theory for what's happening in this movie based on what we've seen in the marketing. It's one of those things. So will we get a new trailer that will, you know, allegedly show us Stu's role in this? Well, I don't know. That's the rumor right now, though. That's the rumor. David is saying, do you think McKenna Grace is still alive in Five Nights at Freddy's 2 since she was only possessed? That's a really good question. I feel like she was super underutilized in the film. I thought she was going to be like our big bad the whole time, and that's wasn't really the case. She was kind of just like possessed by the new big bad monster for like a little, like maybe 20 minutes of the movie. I don't know. That's a really good question. I'd be shocked if she doesn't come back for the next one in like some sort of bigger role. I don't know. You know, actually, the bigger question here, I should throw this out there, is the marionette doll like crawling up people's butts? Did you guys not see my Five Nights at Freddy's review video talking about this? I'm still hung up on this. Like, it's been 2 weeks now since I've seen the movie. I'm still very stressed out about this. I need to know. The way it was shot, it made me think it was crawling up people's butts. And I need answers, frankly. I need answers in the next movie. If I don't get answers, I'm gonna be pissed off. That's all. That is the biggest cliffhanger from that movie. Guys, the movie ends with the marionette. I'm spoiling this. I don't care. You guys need to know about this. The marionette crawls up someone's butt. At least that's the way it's shot. That's what it made me think when I was watching this. The way it's shot, it's like that thing's crawling up someone's butt. It's blowing through some pants, and it's getting up in there. What's going on there? What's happening? I need answers. I need answers right now. Anyways, official Jacob Wells is saying, hey, what's up, Jake? What's up, Jacob Wells? How we doing? I want the new Scream 7 trailer soon. Oh, I do too. Like I said, foaming in the mouth. And I hope that it at least reveals some cool stuff. I wouldn't be surprised if they also bring back Jill, who's behind the mask this time. I've seen this theory quite a bit. Jill is one who is totally close to Sidney Prescott. And I think since we're dealing with like a Jill-esque character, right? Like a character we're passing the torch to essentially with Tatum. It almost makes more sense to do like a Jill thing, a Jill return movie versus a Stu return movie here, right? So I totally hear you. I hear you on that. I think Emma Roberts is just great in that role. If there's any Ghostface that I could see them legitimately doing more with, honestly, it is Jill. I love Stu, and I think his performance in the original film is hilarious and amazing. Don't get me wrong, love Matthew Lillard. I don't really like, just we're putting everything else aside about, will he come back, why I don't like that. I don't really need any more character development with Stu. I really think that was it. Like, that was the arc for him. I don't need anything else. Realistically, I don't even know if I needed Kirby to come back as an FBI agent. I think it's cool, but like, she kind of served her purpose in Scream 4, and I was cool with that. I'm cool with more Hayden Panettiere though too. It's one of those things. I love Hayden Panettiere. If she wants to come back and do her thing, cool. Why not? Jill, I feel like there totally could have been more story. Her motive was so ahead of its time. Like, it's a motive that if we revealed a Ghostface with that motive right now, like if we had never done Scream 4 and we decided to do that now, yeah, that would work. That would totally work. And that's really cool to me. I think that's what rocks about Scream 4. It's so ahead of its time. And maybe you could do more with that, especially with this AI involvement. I almost feel like I could almost see Jill kind of getting into some of that stuff. She's the kind of character who just anything for followers, you know what I mean? So she wouldn't think about the moral quandary that is using AI to make content. I think she would just genuinely be like, let's go, like, so I could see a way that you could write that story in the Scream universe, right? With her utilizing AI to torture Sidney, essentially vilifying the tech and all. I don't know. I'm going on a rant, but I think you get my point. Could see that happening. We have, is this Hollywood guy? What's up, my friend? How are you? Thank you for the 5. Again, new theory. There will be a Five Nights at Freddy's Scream 8 crossover. Make it fun. Ha 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 ha. This is an evil laugh, I imagine. The robots go after Sidney. Make it happen. Oh, man. I think for everyone who wants to see the Stu is alive thing happen, like, I'm like, it's already happening in Five Nights at Freddy's, dude. If you want that, like, Five Nights at Freddy's is your franchise for that. It's pure fan service. You're gonna have a fun time with it. There you go. It's right there, baby. That's the the gigantic epic Stu is alive arc for you. So I think if you want that, go over, just hop on over to that franchise. Just imagine it's a separate timeline. But I'm always open-minded to crossover movies. I think they're just fun. They're just fun little fan fiction. That's what I love about Freddy versus Jason. I think Alien versus Predator may be the best one, if I'm just being real. I think those two monsters work so well for each other with what's already been established about their backgrounds. Like, it just makes sense that the Predator would be hunting the xenomorph based on what they like to do. They like to hunt. Like, that's their whole thing. They're like, I'm a warrior, They have a certain creed and code that they follow. And I just think that's like the best versus movie ever. I love Freddy versus Jason though. It's a ton of fun. But they do have to jump through some hoops to make these two characters exist in the same world, right? So I'm open-minded to, if things work with each other's lore, like, yeah, throw them together. Why not? That could be fun. I'm always open-minded to that. But AVP, I don't think you could beat that. Can I be so real? I just don't think you could beat that as a versus movie. We've had this conversation quite a few times on the page about like, oh, what would be a good new versus movie? Like this versus that. And I'm just like, man, I don't think you're ever topping AVP. That's too perfect. They nailed it. Like, they nailed it with that one. I don't think it's ever going to get better. Godzilla versus Kong, also awesome. But like, I don't know, man. That's my number one. RJ has just come back from bingo. You won twice. Congratulations, my friend. Thank you for hanging out with us. I'm so glad you had a fun time at your bingo class. Ooh, Critical Overlord wants to show me something regarding Stu. Hang on, everybody. I won't show it on screen, but I'm curious because I recently shared something with Critical Overlord about something that I know. I'm gonna message you after this. I'm gonna message you after this, my friend, because I'm curious what you know. But we've been going back and forth about some interesting stuff. That's what I'll say. Eric is saying that RJ is back. Jake, ask what bingo class is. Oh, look at that. Eric has got my back. I almost didn't catch that. We were curious, RJ. Is it just bingo, or is it a class teaching you bingo? I don't know. I've never been to bingo. I've never done it. So let me know. Let me know in the chat. Are you just playing bingo like straight up, or were we totally overthinking it? Erica, thank you for the reminder. I really appreciate that. I'm curious. I want to know. The Alpha, what's up? My I'm not gonna say that. What's up, my friend? How we doing? If Jill returned, it would be funny because Emma has played a character who returned from death before. I hate to say I don't know in what. I know she's on like American Horror Story. I know she's on that show that was also done by Ryan Murphy that I don't remember the name of, Scream Queens. I don't know, maybe it's one of those things. I'm not 100% sure, but would be cool. Would be awesome. I think we like to do that a lot in this franchise where we cast people based on some of their past roles though. Because it's it's not like it's not typecasting, right? It's just these actors are familiar with said role, and let's bring that energy to this new thing. I think Rowan Campbell's a great example in the new Silent Night, Deadly Night. He's playing a kind of a Corey Cunningham type of character here in the new Silent Night, Deadly Night, but it's got a different twist to it, which is fun and interesting. So I think that could be it. I think that could be fun. I wouldn't be totally against Jill. I mean, Jill's one of my favorite killers. You know, I couldn't, even if Jill or Stu came back, I couldn't be totally completely unhappy because I would be like, well, I do really like these characters. So it's at least it's fun. At least it's fun that they're back. At the very least. Critical Overlord saying, I predict red curtains will appear in the next trailer. Ooh. I think I know why. I think I know why red curtains could show up. I don't know if I want to say, well, there's a theater setting. We can talk about that. We know there's a potential theater setting at the high school in Scream 7. And I think someone's getting got there. So that's going to be a fun scene. Really excited to see what's going on with all that. We have Sarah Campbell throwing 5 out there as well, saying, I will never forgive them for how poorly they marketed Scream 4. Imagine if that got the attention it deserved at the time and we got another West sequel. Yes, and yes. I am always hearing about Kevin Williamson's like original plan for what would have been that trilogy. Like 4, 5, and 6 was gonna like essentially follow Jill, and I'm just like, I would have killed for that. That would have been so weird and different, and I would have loved to have seen how they would have done it. You know, especially how Wes would have done it. So I'm with you, Sarah. I would have loved to have seen that. If that would, could you imagine that being like the last thing that Wes did? I mean, 4 was technically the last movie he directed, right before he passed. But if he cranked out a whole trilogy, and then and that was it, you know, that was the last thing you. Oh my God, that'd be kind of cool, honestly, kind of like even more legendary than what we already got from him. But Wes Craven, he really was amazing. There's video of him going up on the roof of Kirby's house for whatever reason. Old man Wes Craven going up on the roof of Kirby's house during the events of the Scream 4 filming, principal photography, and he's like, something was wrong, and he's going up there and like just making sure the shot looks right. Or I can't remember what he's doing in the video, but it's just like, this guy was committed to the end, man. I mean, everything he did, he put his heart and soul into. Really amazing, truly earned the title of Master of Horror. So gotta love Wes Craven, man. I'm still bummed I haven't seen all of his movies. I still got to go through his entire catalog. I've seen his like early edgy stuff, which is really funny. You just would never think the guy that directed Scream would have like a really like edgelord phase at the beginning of his career. The Hills Have Eyes and Last House on the Left, it's major edgelord content. Like I don't even know how else to explain it. It's so just like, I'm gonna do the most nasty movie I can possibly make kind of vibes, and it's pretty nasty, pretty hard to watch. But yeah, it's just an interesting footnote in his whole legacy. I don't know. It's just weird movies. I don't even know if I love them, but they were interesting watches. But he's all over the place. Wes Craven's catalog is really amazing. Super. I think he's the most versatile master of horror. You know, we have like Wes Craven, John Carpenter, David Cronenberg. I'd throw James Wan into that conversation now. I think he definitely earned that. George Romero probably I'd throw up there. Hitchcock, of course. So many great people. But I think who's the most versatile? I think it's Wes Craven, dude. I mean, he has hits in... He like his best movies are all very different from each other. And that's pretty rare, in my opinion. Anyways. What else do we got going on? I do wish that they marketed Scream 4 better, though, Sarah. I totally agree. Would have been nice for that movie to really pull in some big bucks. I still think it's the best sequel. I don't even think that's changing anytime soon. Scream 4, it's awesome. It's one of my favorites. Probably my favorite one to watch. Just do a rewatch on. Like, I love the original, but I've seen it a million times. I think 4 is like my favorite one to watch these days. Big Brisk Yo is saying, I've literally won 4 bingo games on my phone in the past 20 minutes. Real money too. Bingo too. Oh my God. We got to get on bingo tour. We got to make that happen. Make some real money. There we go. Love that, Big Brisk Yo. Solar Guy AJ. What's up, my friend? How are you? Welcome in. AHS Coven is where she comes back to life. I watched that season. Have I forgotten that? Or I watched that live, dude. I watched that like when that came out. Maybe I just forgot about it. Maybe I'm just silly and dumb. Could be that. We have Paul Mastermind Killer throwing 5 out there. Thank you, my friend. Saying, I have a theory. I'm all ears. That the Scream 7 trailer isn't showing the intro kill scene, rather the ending. Your thoughts? Go Buckeyes. Go Bucks. OH. I'm waiting. Anyways, my thoughts on that is that would be awesome. That would be a great misdirection because it's obviously the opening scene, right? If you're a Scream fan, you're watching that trailer, you're thinking this is the opening scene of the movie. But if it's not, that lends itself to an insane cliffhanger, dude. I mean, that's awesome. I would love that. That would be a great way to subvert expectations. Because I think right now there's a few things about the trailer that I just feel like a lot of Scream fans have pinned down, figured out, whatever. There's really 3 things. That opening scene, a couple of deaths, and just the fact that our killer is somebody connected to the past who could be Stu, right? A lot of people are like, oh, could this be... Trailer's definitely making us think it's Stu Macher. So like, are they going to subvert expectations there? What's going on? Or is it just going to be exactly as it seems? Because I think you could also kind of weirdly argue that it's that it's also subverting expectations by making you think they're subverting expectations, but then really it's just you get exactly what's at face value here. I don't know, but I'm not sure. Not 100% sure there. It would be really cool. That's what I'll say. Go Bucks. Make it happen, baby. I love that. Thank you for the 5, Paul. Really appreciate you a ton. Let's scare Tiffany to death to say, I love your name, by the way, Tiffany. Can I just say that? Can we trade names? I don't like Killjoy Jake anymore. You're saying I was introduced to Rowan via the Hardy Boys, so I definitely was surprised to see him in Halloween. I never saw him in anything before Halloween Ends, honestly. And I liked him as an actor in Halloween Ends. I just did not like what he was doing on screen. If that makes sense. I could tell watching that movie, this kid has got some chops. This kid's got some talent. That's very evident here, but just the script is not working for it. I don't like this punk ass kid coming into the franchise and ripping off Michael's mask. Like, that's just not the story that I wanted to see in a Halloween movie. And I also just don't think it was a very well executed story at that. Silent Night, Deadly Night does a very similar story and way better. Way better in every regard. Like, dude, if you like Halloween Ends, you're going to love the new Silent Night, Deadly Night. I cannot stress that enough. Is Jordan hanging out with us? Jordan Curley, what's up, my friend? I genuinely have not seen your chats until now. I'm so sorry. What's up, my friend? How are you? I just saw someone responding to Jordan. I'm really sorry, my friend. I genuinely missed your chats. I did not see you there. My bad. That's on me. Welcome in, though, my friend. Thank you for talking horror with us. I greatly appreciate you. Rennie Perez is saying, oh my God, Scream fans. Yes, first time here. Oh, you are in the right place, my friend. Welcome in, welcome in. We're talking all sorts of Scream bullshit. And you know, I think a big thing about everyone here is we all got crazy, weird, different opinions. And we're just vibing, you know? It's all good. Everyone's got a different take on Scream, and I think that's what makes it beautiful. Especially because there's so many reasons to love Scream. I think there's so many different things that are attractors to Scream, and that's why people like it for all different sorts of reasons. And I think recognizing that just makes the fan base a little healthier, right? We all like Scream for different reasons. If it's just the fun comfort of it, if it's the meta horror commentary, if it's the great characters, if it's just the fact that all 6 of these movies all amount to one big, gigantic, grandiose story. It's kind of fun. Or my favorite thing, the fact that there's somebody new under the mask every single time. And that's kind of why I don't like the Stu theories. Because that's why I'm coming back. I want to see who's underneath the mask this time around. That's why this franchise could keep hooking me in every single time if it's a different person under the mask. Once that changes, my interest is going to start to wane. But I'm excited to find out who's underneath the Ghostface mask this time around. And hopefully it's somebody new. At least that's what I'm hoping. Val's Views is saying, good evening, y'all. How are you, Val? Welcome in. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for talking a little Scream. Yo, yo, yo. Yo, 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 yo. You know, the other thing, too, and why I'm missing chats, and I'm just going to apologize for this right now, is that whenever I scroll down on this thing, it takes me all the way back up to the top. So I'm just going to miss shit. And you know, if I can't go on rants to people who are throwing things out there, what's even the point? I want to go on. I want to see a little tiny comment and make it into a gigantic rant. That's the fun part of this, in my opinion. Thank you for all the IOs in the chat. I'm just seeing them now. That really means a lot to me, as an Ohioan. Misty Womack throwing 5 out there. Thank you. Saying, have you seen Influencer? Drum Dums did a review of the second one. Lovely. He's awesome. You know, I'm really bummed out. I missed a stream where I could have been talking with Lee. I couldn't make it, and I feel really bad. So I gotta chat with him sometime. It's been way too long. And we go back and forth every now and then on the Instagrams, the Twitters, all that stuff. I gotta get him on. We gotta talk some movies and shit. I really want to dude. Misty, you're reminding me about this movie because I went and I started it, and I remember it has a really cool opening, like a really cool setup to a different kind of influencer horror, because I think there's a lot of this and most of it is trash, like bottom of the barrel, worst crap ever. Most horror movies about influencers, pretty fucking bad, but this one had a really intriguing start. I never finished it though. I fell asleep. I used to have Shudder on my TV in my bedroom, and I would try to like watch as much new stuff on there as I could. And sometimes it would just be way too late at night after a stream like this. And you know, sadly, these energy drinks do wear off at a certain point. That's kind of the give and take with them. So I would just pass out in the middle of a lot of movies. This was sadly one of them. I've heard there's a second one as well. I need to watch them. I need to. This has been on my watch list for way too damn long. Got to give it a watch. You're saying that it looks good. I have a limited amount of time, dang kids. I understand that. Just curious, your thoughts. You know, and side rant, as someone who wants to be a father, I'm just going to, at some point, I'm going to have no time to talk movies. I'm going to have no time to watch movies, and I'm just going to be talking movies. And then I'm just going to run out of shit to talk about. Crazy stuff. But Missy, I'm going to watch these and I will get back to you. I'm so sorry. I haven't seen these, which is crazy. I do want to give a shout out to my friend Darjan Bentley, which if you've watched the what videos am I making? The deep dive videos over on Jakey Retro. He's constantly doing funny little skits with me over there. And he gave me a call today. You know, we've both been very busy, holiday season, you know, and he totally was going off about It Welcome to Derry. And he's like, dude, have you seen the new episode? And I'm like, dude, I haven't yet. I haven't had time. And he's like, oh my God. He's like, it's the best episode yet. You got to watch it. He literally told me this evening that he would block my number if I did not watch it tonight. So I have some priorities. My number is going to be blocked by a good friend unless I watch that tonight. But Influencer 1 and 2, it's coming up, Misty, I promise. We're making it happen. I might even do a little review. Who knows? Anything can happen. Misty, thank you for the 5. Greatly appreciate you. Erica is making sure we hit our super chat goal while I rant. Thank you so much. Throwing 5 out there saying, join us on Jake's gaming channel. Him and the crew will be playing Repo tonight at 9 p.m. Eastern time, which is approximately 1 hour from right now. How about them apples? I will be gifting 5 memberships, so come say hi. I'll post the link soon. You could get a free membership and have a really cool fucking badge. I spent a long time making these crazy little different badges and shit, and you can get one. Who knows? I'm also going to start doing members only streams over on the gaming channel soon. And we're also doing horror gaming news updates. I will have a new video over there in the next, maybe tomorrow, maybe maybe Thursday. I don't know. I'm working on it. I'm halfway through a Scream video right now, which should go up very early tomorrow. And then I'm going to start working on a gaming video update. So we'll see if I can make that happen tomorrow. That would be awesome. Erica, thank you for the 5. Really do appreciate your support. And I appreciate in the future, just saying this now, I'll probably say it again, but thank you for gifting the 5 over on the other channel as well. That really does mean a lot. So thank you. Show up tonight. It's going to be fun. It's going to be a fun stream. Mr. Mastermind Killer. We have all kinds of Mastermind Killers in the chat tonight. What's up with this? This is wild. What's up, my friend? How are you? Thank you for the 2. Have you watched Funny Games yet? I haven't watched that. Fuck. You know what? I'm just going to have to spend all day tomorrow. Scratch that about the video. I'm just all day tomorrow. I'm watching these movies. Pause everything. Watch list. You know, I don't know if Samantha Robinson is still with us, but Samantha Robinson had asked me to watch a movie, and it took me like months to do it, but I finally did do it. So it's gonna happen, just so you know. Funny Games. Well, hang on now. It Welcome to Dairy, because I don't want my number blocked. It Welcome to Dairy. Gotta catch up on that. We're gonna do Influencer 1+2. And then Funny Games, which Funny Games, to my knowledge, is a super quick watch. It's like I think it's like an 80-minute movie or something like that. So that should be nothing. That should be pretty awesome. Okay, it's written down. I'm going to make it happen. We're watching some shit. Oh, Mr. Mastermind throwing 2 out there saying, it's Paul, this is my channel account. Oh, you got all kinds of things going on. Is this your horror YouTube channel? I'm going to it right now. I've subscribed. When you post some movie reviews, I'll be there. I can't sing that. I'm like, oh man, if I sing that, man, I'm gonna get in trouble. But I got you, Paul. I think I'm number 1 subscriber. Let's go, baby. Yes. But thank you for the 2 as well. I appreciate that. What even is Funny Games on? That's my question. Where can I even go to consume this product? Hang on now. Who's seen Funny Games? Is this a good one? How do you guys feel about Funny Games? There's a 1997 movie and a 2007 movie. It's an Austrian satirical psychological thriller film written and directed by Michael Haneke. All right, rock on. I think this looks like a lot of fun, and it is a quick watch, like how I predicted. I was like, I know I've heard of this movie before. Well, hour 49. Okay, that's not like that quick. But anyways, looks like a lot of fun. Oh shit, Michelle's saying, Jake, unsubscribe, skip my comment all the times. I don't know what's wrong with you, dude. Only super chats cause... Well, you know, my friend, if someone's going to send me money to read their chat, I'm going to prioritize that. That's pretty damn cool. That's people who are, you know, essentially keeping me in business so that I can continue to do this stuff. If you want to send something in about horror, I will hopefully get to it. And I'm definitely not skipping your comments on purpose, my friend. I'm so sorry about that. But I'm going to prioritize people who support the page and keep me in business. I greatly appreciate you all for that. Really does mean a lot. It's how I'm able to continue doing this. Otherwise, I'd have to go do something else. So I greatly appreciate everyone who supported the page tonight. Really does mean quite a bit. So much love to you all. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Did I ever watch Sissy on Shudder? Oh, you know what? I did, Hybrid Gamer. That's actually a pretty decent influencer horror film. I was very on the whole time I'm watching that movie. I was like on the fence. I was like, I don't know if I like this or not. And then kind of by the time we got to the end, I was like, okay, it sold me at a certain point. I think there's a point of that movie where it almost just feels like all influencers suck. And I'm just like, well, I don't know about that. I just think there's certain influencers that suck for not using their platform for, certain reasons, certain selfish reasons. And I think that movie did hit on that pretty well at a certain point. So I liked Sissy. I thought that was a really, really interesting movie. I need to revisit it though. It's been a minute since I've seen that one. What else do we got going on? Perry is saying Funny Games is crazy weird. I like crazy weird is right up my alley, let me tell you. Mono Kuma 999 is saying, any Terrifier updates? Jake, you're my favorite YouTuber to watch for updates. You are so kind, my friend. Thank you. Thank you. I really appreciate your horror movie videos more than you know. I appreciate you more than you know. Terrifier stuff. What can I talk about Terrifier wise? I haven't heard any crazy updates lately. We're pretty up to date. What was my last Terrifier? I think my last Terrifier video was talking about how Damien Leone was in pre-production for Terrifier 4 and basically confirmed that, yeah, Rhea Ripley is in the movie, which was pretty cool. Which, dude, nobody is lobbying harder to be in Terrifier 4 than Rhea Ripley. I mean, oh my fucking God. If she's not in the movie, Damien's making a mistake. You know what I mean? Like, dude, she is just she's going crazy trying to get into this thing, which is great. I love that. I think I love the passion. She dressed up as Art the Clown, if I'm not mistaken, for some sort of WWE event, and I think that's just really cool. So anyone with that kind of passion, totally welcome into the series. I mean, look at this. I even got the little fucking poster hung up for my Silent Night, Deadly Night videos that have been going on. I love that. But I'm so excited for Terrifier 4. Cannot wait to cover it. Definitely the highlight of 2024 for this page, without a doubt, was covering that. So I'm really excited for some bigger updates. Sounds like we're getting some stuff soon though, my friend. So maybe nothing's going on at this moment, but I think by the time we get into next year, we're going to be learning about some production updates on it. Sounds like it's in pre-production according to the director's Twitter page. Go over to Damien Leone's Twitter. His bio says pre-production, currently in pre-production for Terrifier 4, which is, oh shit, that means we're getting moving on things, which is exciting. So we should have some really big updates within the next month, I think. That's my guess. But really exciting stuff, my friend. Thank you for watching the videos. Thank you for stopping by the stream. Really does mean quite a bit. Thank you for being here. Davey Deathray is saying, can't please everyone, Jake. I mean, yeah, that's just how it goes. I'm trying to learn that lesson myself these days. Erica is my rock through it all. And I want to, I want to get to everybody's chat. We have 69 people here, and I greatly appreciate you all for supporting me. And I really try to do my best to get to everyone at least once, try to get some sort of big horror question out there. I really don't mean to ignore anybody. I just want you to know that I do feel really bad when people feel that way. I am never trying to ignore anyone. Always trying to make everyone feel included. But sometimes I can't physically get to everyone. I also don't want to, here's the other thing I don't want to do. I don't want to just read someone's comment. For example, I don't know, King Bull is saying Art the Clown is better than Pennywise. Can't wait for the next sequel. You're right, buddy. Okay, now let's get to Jordan Curley, who's saying she just dressed up for War Games this month. Cool. Critical Overlord, LOL. That would suck. You know what I mean? I'm trying to give a little bit of something, a little bit of substance to everybody. I talk very fast, but I think I am giving you some thoughtful conversation at least, right? Maybe. I hope I am. I'm trying. Michelle clearly did not think so, and she's unsubscribing from the page, and I feel bad about that. But hopefully, hopefully the rest of you don't feel that way. Love you guys so much. Thank you for the support. Davey's also saying, yeah, JB, I saw your fucking video on it, dog. You see that the Jason Universe and Angry Orchard quietly scrubbed Sweet Revenge from their channels. No announcement to go along with it or anything. Covered it on my dumb channel. I saw your video earlier. What the fuck? What? Look, we criticized it, but it was still cool to see Jason killing people. That just tells me it was a failure. That tells me if you're taking it down and you're hiding it from everybody, now it's officially a failure. You know what I mean? What the fuck? I mean, didn't they had to have at least sold some Angry Orchard from making that short, right? I don't know, man. I think that the short, it might not have been great, but I think it had promise. I think that it had promised to be something bigger at some point. I think speaking of Lee from Drum Dums, I think I saw him talk a little bit about how he would love to see Mike expand that idea into a full feature. And I couldn't agree more. I was just like, yes, yes, make that into a full movie. And I think this could rock. But, as it stands as a short or a commercial for Angry Orchard, it was whatever, I really think that had it been a full feature film, that could have totally rocked. Mike P. Nelson's Friday the 13th would have been awesome. But just make that. And maybe that's why they're taking it down, Davey. We got to hope, right? We got to be optimistic about this. Otherwise, I don't know, man. I don't know why they're doing that. Maybe they're just calling it a failure and moving on, which sucks. Don't let other people's criticism, I don't know. People are going to critique shit, and we make fun of the Friday the 13th movies all the time on the internet, but it doesn't mean we don't love them. It doesn't mean we don't love them. Come on now. So Davey, it's ridiculous. I don't know what the hell's going on with the Jason universe. They're just, everything about them so far has not been very positive. This is like maybe my least favorite update so far, if I'm being honest. This is just admitting defeat. Is what it is. It's defeatism, and that's just no fun. Critical Overlord is saying Rhea is mommy. No disagreements there. Just had to bring that up. just wanted to make sure Critical Overlord heard that. Know that we're in agreement about that. Perry Moberg is saying, do you get gifts from fans? What's the strangest thing you've got? Oh, I have the answer. I used to have a P.O. box. Sadly, I just can't afford one right now. Totally broke. Paying rent these days and trying to make that all happen. So cannot afford to get a P.O. box at the moment, but hopefully sometime in the future that changes. But when I did have one, I received a flamethrower. I'm not even kidding, like a straight up flamethrower from a fan. And we were gonna use it in Chicken Man. We could not secure a fire stunt person. However, sadly, we could not make something work with that, and it makes me so mad. I was like, and I'll tell you where it was going to be used. The opening scene where the truck driver is running down the road. And is talking like, I meant to stop. I'm so sorry. That whole scene was supposed to be Chicken Man killing the guy that killed his kid with a flamethrower. It was going to be even more brutal. And it was going to start off with a big fire stunt. And I couldn't make that happen. I could not get somebody in the area, to figure all that out with the budget that we had. I tried to make it happen. Just wasn't the case. No one wanted to get hit with a flamethrower, sadly. Fire stunts are also super dangerous. So we'd have to have like a full safety crew, just a lot of people on set basically with just ready to go with fire extinguishers. It would have been a very expensive stunt. And we could not make it happen, sadly. I really wanted to. And I felt really bad because I think I even texted the gentleman who got me the flamethrower and said that we were going to use it in Chicken Man. And I could not make it happen, dude. It was in the script too. It was in the original script that was Chicken Man was going to flamethrower someone and throw it on the ground and then go up to the house. That was going to be the original scene. And I'm really bummed we never got to do that. But I am the proud owner of a flamethrower now. So don't break into my apartment. Yeah, anyways. Perry, thank you for the 5 though, my friend. I've gotten a lot of cool things though. Actually this was from a Flash Skywalker, this little painting right here that they did of Ghostface with my colors, which it actually glows up in the dark, and I'll prove it to you. Hang on now. Wait for it. You can't see it on the camera, but trust me, it does. With my human eyes, I can see it glowing up, but sadly, I don't think it's going to work on camera. I'm just realizing that. But yeah, I've gotten some really cool stuff from folks. Cool, not even strange stuff, just cool stuff where I'm just like, thanks, that's fucking awesome. You guys rock. So I really do appreciate it. I've gotten a lot of, and you know what? One more shout out and I'll shut up and we'll move on back to the horror talk. I actually had Carter Scotland Allen, which I don't know, haven't seen him around lately, but much love. Shout out to him. Sent me all 5 of the Final Destination movies at the time, and like the first 5 Wrong Turn movies, like entire franchises he sent me. And that was so cool. Like, I love owning a lot of weird franchises, and that meant a lot to me. So that was another big one. I've gotten a lot of really cool stuff from people, so I'm just really, really thankful for all that stuff. Erica saying a flamethrower is actually fucking awesome. It's an expense. Like, I looked it up. It's an expensive flamethrower too. I'm just like, dude, thank you so much. Like, this is awesome. Oh my God, it's great. Jordan Curley is saying, I love the gaming streams and I feel really bad for missing out. Jordan, it's all good, dude. I'm not very good at planning things, and I'm so sorry about that. So I get the gaming streams out when I can. And sometimes they're just very, very random. Like today, I think I just set up that stream a couple hours ago. So apologies on that. We'll be live again on Friday, and I'm going to try to go live throughout the week a little more on the gaming page. And like I said, do some more videos. So the capacity is, I'm at full capacity for making shit right now. It's crazy. Mr. Mastermind Killer is saying, how can your audience members donate money to your channel? Content creation requires a lot of time and costly software. You're telling me. Donate to the channel, everyone. Super chats are great and all, but genuinely, the best way you can support the page is becoming a Patreon supporter. like channel memberships are great too. Just YouTube takes a larger cut of it. So supporting me on Patreon is truly the best way to do it, and you get a lot of cool stuff doing it too. I'm doing trailer reactions now for Patreon supporters. You guys are still getting review videos. I'm working on one for Friday. So there's extra content. There's even more extra content if you go to Patreon. I will say, and I'm doing a video about this soon, if you're more here for the live streams, YouTube channel memberships. If you're here for the videos that I make, probably go to Patreon. That's what I'll say. It's gonna be like, that's gonna kind of be the vibe. I'm hopefully gonna make a video about it sometime soon. But Ms. Paul, I really do appreciate that quite a bit. I'm actually getting to a point where I'm gonna have to upgrade. I don't know if I've told anybody about this, but my monitor took a shit on me recently, which is it's currently underneath that blanket. There's just I got a pile of junk there that I'm trying to figure out. I'm using an old TV from my fiance's house right now as my second monitor. I genuinely cannot edit videos without a second monitor at this point. It's just like it would take me twice as long to make the videos I make with just one monitor. So I want to get to a point where I can have 3 monitors, but like just for right now, I'm using an old TV. So we're making shit happen, baby. We're riding up to 100,000 subscribers. We're doing it. We're making it happen, and I just really appreciate all you guys for supporting. Really does mean quite a bit to me. Mono Kuma is saying, for Christmas, you're getting a stab neon green Ghostface mask. Oh, fuck yeah. That's for your room. I really hope Scream 7 is good, because I'm going to see it no matter what. Oh, absolutely. I'm going to see it no matter what, without a doubt. I really want to go. I don't have a stab mask. That's sick. I got the Scary Movie mask and the Scream 6 mask up on the set. And I think I have like a regular Ghostface mask in storage somewhere I have a Ghostface robe and all that. It's a bunch of crazy shit. But we got a bunch of fun stuff on the set. I did get some stuff recently to redo the set, and I'm really excited for it. I'm not liking the set, how it looks right now. It's not fun. It's not fun enough. It looks too much like my old set. And we're going to do something really different and weird coming up here soon. It's going to be a little more minimalistic too. That's what I'm going for, minimalism with the next set. It's always been about a lot of bullshit in the background. And I'm watching all these other horror channels, and it's always like, here's a lot of bullshit in the background, and that's cool. But I want to stand out, So I'm going to go really minimalistic. Just a few things and some different colors and lights and shit. So I'm making that happen. I spiraled there. I'm so sorry. I'm all over the place tonight. Davey is saying, do I have Venmo, Jake? They don't get a cut. It's pretty nice. I do. I have PayPal as well. But again, I don't want to just sound like I'm begging up here. that's all. I don't know. I might feel too bad just putting up a big thing like that on the screen. When Jake turns out his pockets, moths fly out. Support the page. I'm just very lucky to be doing this more than anything. I don't care. I really don't care about having a ton of money or anything like that. I just want enough to support myself and to be able to do all this fun stuff. That's really all that's really, if I can just do that, I'm a happy camper. That's great. I think the richest men on the planet are maybe the most sad. So I have no interest in getting up there. So I'm just here for the community. I'm here to have fun. I'm here to talk horror, and I'm just really glad that I have people that will support me in doing that. That's pretty awesome. What more can a guy ask for? Jason Carpenter, thank you for being a channel member, dude. You're saying, Jake, I'm pissed off at my local Cinemark. They still don't have their tickets for sale for Silent Night, Deadly Night, and I was looking forward to that this weekend. You can request that they play the movie at your theater. Like, you can actually, did you go, I don't know if you spoke to anybody, but you can go up to them and say, hey, can you do this? I'll buy a ticket. I will pay you money if you show this movie at your theater. You can request movies to come to theaters. You can actually make that happen. So you still got time. The movie does not come out until this weekend. So that is absolutely still a possibility. Sometimes movies get like a later release in some places. I don't know why this was the case, but for over here in Ohio, we didn't get The Lighthouse until a week later after its release. I'm not even really 100% sure why, but I remember I had to wait a week after the release of The Lighthouse to see it, and I was pissed. I'm seeing everybody put their reviews out, and I'm like, I want to see this movie already. This looks crazy. It looks really good. So every now and then we don't get something until like a week later, and it's usually like an indie release, like how Silent Night, Deadly Night kind of is. A little more on the indie side, maybe not as much, but a little bit. So so request it, Jason, make it happen. This is a good one. You don't want to miss it. I highly recommend it. Probably, I think without a doubt, my favorite slasher film of the year. Like 100% my number one. King Bull 90s is saying Matthew Lillard is coming to my town at a horror con in April. Very nice. You paid for an autograph, getting my Ghostface mask signed and put in a custom Stu frame. Very nice. Have so much fun, dude. I'm jealous. I'm jealous. That sounds like a lot of fun. I got to meet Matthew a couple of times now, and I'm really grateful for that. He's super kind. You're gonna have a great experience. He's a really good dude, and that's gonna be freaking awesome, man. Very good stuff. Very, very good stuff. Davey saying minimalist equals Jake in a white padded cell. I already feel like I'm there. I feel like I'm just got the straight jacket on. Just, I need to edit videos. Oh, going crazy. I love it. I can't, I can't complain. Slowly going insane the fun way. Jake, if you could do me a small favor, can you shout me out on the gaming streams? Because I'm going to watch on replay. I got you, Jordan. I'll remember at some point while we're running around getting chased by monsters in Repo. You know, Repo had an update back on Halloween, and guys, we've been looking for all the new monsters in the game. There's one we still haven't found. Like I looked up all the new monsters, we still haven't encountered one of them. And we've probably put like 8 hours into Repo since the update. We still have not found this other monster, which is crazy. It's not even like it's a super rare thing or anything like that. I don't know, it's nuts. Paul is saying, you have my contact info. Contact me for Venmo. I still owe you for the horror con tickets for your engagement. Well, I'll hit you up after this. But Paul, it's all good, man. It's all good. I really do appreciate it a ton. I appreciate you just hanging out and watching the streams and just talking with us. Really does mean quite a bit. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Davey is saying that Robert Eggers is a Michigan fan and wanted the Buckeyes to have to win. That's really funny. I can see him being a Michigan fan. Kind of has that energy. I'm not even really super passionate about college sports, but like in Ohio, you kind of have to be. The Buckeyes are always like very good. So it's weird talking about an Ohio sports team that is good. You know, most of them suck. So we have the Buckeyes. We have college at least. When it comes to Ohio, we might not have anything figured out in the NFL, even though we have 2 teams. But yeah, that's just what it is. Really funny stuff. Paul is really excited to see this cast in action. We got a lot of fun people here in Scream 7. A lot of really good performers. McKenna Grace is someone I'm really excited to see for sure. Celeste O'Connor from Freaky is going to be in this one. I haven't really seen Tatum in anything else. I really haven't seen. Well, I'm totally blanking on her name for some reason. I have not. Isabel May. I don't think I've actually ever seen Isabel May in something else, but I know she's in that spin-off show to Yellowstone, and my folks really like that. That's a parents, like the folks like that show kind of thing. So they watch that. I haven't really seen it, but I've heard that she's a little bit of a darling over at Paramount. So I imagine she's going to be in a lot of stuff like that. Kind of like how McKenna Grace is too. So McKenna Grace is in a lot of Paramount stuff, but pretty cool. I think we're going to see a lot of good performances in Scream 7 for sure. That's something that I'm definitely really excited about. Skeet is going as well, but they are 100. Is that 100 pounds each? So I only got Matthew. Plus they sold out fast. You know, I still haven't met Skeet technically. I've walked past him at things, which is very funny. He actually I remember we were walking around at a con and he came out of a bathroom like right past us, and it was just like, oh, that's Billy Loomis. What do you know? That's it's crazy. You'll just run into. Honestly, I think one of the most fun parts about a convention like that is you'll just run into people and just be like, what's up? And they'll just wave back to you. It's nuts. It's like, oh, that's a real person, not just a movie character. It's kind of nuts. Crazy shit. King Bull is saying that's pounds. Yeah, I'm in England. I'm a stupid American, so I don't know these things. I'm so sorry. But that is awesome. That's no, it's not awesome actually. 100 pounds. That's way too much money. God damn. Crazy. But I hope you have a good time meeting Matthew, because again, you won't regret it. He's super kind. Great energy about him. You'll be in such a better mood after meeting him. You'll wait in that 2-hour line and you're like, is this worth it? You know, I'm so tired. And then you'll meet him and you'll be like, you feel like you just got off of a roller coaster. Fuck yeah, it's so awesome. Mr. L is saying I'd be too nervous to meet Hollywood stars. You know, I was a little starstruck the first time I really was meeting people. But the more you do it, the more it's just like they're just people, you know, they're just people you admire. Just have some fun talking with them. And they want to talk to you too. I think that's the thing that a lot of people don't realize. They're like, I'm not worthy of talking to Matthew Lillard. That's what went through my brain, at least. No, I'm telling you, they want to talk to you. You know, they wouldn't be there if they didn't want to talk to you. So that you can get into some really cool conversations with these folks, and they're very nice. I'll tell you what. So meet them. It's totally worth it. Meet your heroes. 90% of the time, it's totally worth it. Jordan's got to get some sleep. I got to go. It's been a long day. Jordan, I hope you get some rest, my friend. I will give you a shout out on the gaming stream. Don't you worry. So get some rest, and hopefully we'll see you on a stream sometime soon, my friend. Good luck with the rest of the week. Good luck to you. Tori Mayers is saying, what's up, guys? What's up, Tori? How we doing? What's your scream or horror thought of the day? Let me know. I'm curious. We just got a Crystal Lake update. I have not checked it out since I've been on stream, but we got an update on the Crystal Lake series. I don't know what it is, so not 100% sure on that. I will be recapping some Scream 7 updates from the last couple of days here in a big video tomorrow. I already have it written. I never got around to filming it today, so I'm going to film it, wrap it up in a big old nasty package tomorrow, and it'll be up on the page. It's going to be a lot of fun. It's a good video. Really excited to talk all about it. And what else? There was another thing that, the Crystal Lake stuff, and I swear there was something else that I'm just forgetting because it's late at night. I don't know. I'm not 100% sure, but lots of stuff coming. Lots of crazy stuff that we're going to talk about on the page soon. You met Nick Castle at the last one. He was cool as fuck. Nick Castle is very cool, King Bull. I didn't get to meet him throughout the day at a con, but we ended up going to a bar afterwards with a couple of friends. And Nick Castle, I'm not kidding, he was sitting there with James Jude Courtney, and I can't remember the dude's name, but the dude who plays little baby Michael in the original Halloween. He's all grown up now. And all the Michaels are sitting at a table at this restaurant, and like, we were fucking dorks, and we're like, guys, can I get a picture? I'm so sorry, you know. And Nick Castle was super duper cool and took a picture with us, which was sweet. So Nick is awesome. He's a really kind guy. That's what it is. Thank you, Critical Overlord. Orphan 3, yes, there's a fucking prequel. So okay, I saw you tweet about this. It's a prequel to is it a prequel to the prequel? Is that what it is? It's a prequel to First Kill. So, and that was already a prequel. What's going on here? So what the fuck is Orphans then? Like, what is happening right now? Why is Orphan becoming this gigantic franchise? You know, I'm so, this is, you know, I really do like this series. I think that Isabel Fuhrman, if that's her name, is a great actress, and I think she totally kills it as this character. Both the movies are awesome, but man, like, I watch a lot of gross franchises, but this one grosses me out the most. I don't know what it is about Orphan, but it is just a really uncomfortable concept to me. And it just freaks me out. It's just like, it gets under my skin. I don't like going back to those movies too many times. You know what I mean? It is a prequel to the prequel. That's what was my understanding. And I'm just like, what? Like, what are we doing here? I'm open-minded to it though. You know, I'll definitely see it. Orphan 3 or Orphan 4, I guess. I don't know. Crazy shit, but we'll see what it's all about. We'll see what's up with it. Again, Isabel Fuhrman, rock on. I'm always down to see what she's doing. She always gives a great performance, but like I said, I'm just the concept it makes me so uncomfortable. The girl from Orphan is going to be 50 pretty soon. How many more times can they go back? She is definitely not 50, but that is really funny. She still, like, they really do a good job at making her look like that character though, which I will say is pretty sick. First Kill, at least, I think they did a really good job. Davey, I don't know if you saw Orphan First Kill or not, but I was actually like, I'm going to be honest, dude, I had no expectations for that movie. I was like, you know, we'll see what happens with this. An Orphan prequel movie. Okay, I'll give it a watch. I was kind of blown away, dude. I was like, this was actually kind of good. I was like, shit. Did not think that was the case. Jason is saying my computer was acting up. Not sure if you read my comment on Silent Night and Cinemark. Oh, dude, Jason, I did. And I guess you didn't hear me, but dude, you can request that they play the movie at your theater. Like, you can actually go there and ask a manager Like, dude, go full Karen. Go in there and ask somebody, like, request the movie. Say, hey, I will pay to see this film. Other people likely will as well. Show it here, dude. Like, make this happen. So, yeah, dude, I read your chat earlier. You must have missed that. But yeah, no, dude, go to your Cinemark and ask somebody, like, go in and ask somebody to request them to do it. So do it because this movie's so worth it. And Jason, I know you're a slasher fan, and especially Jason, I know you're a Halloween Ends fan. You're gonna fucking love this. Trust me, you're gonna fucking love this movie. Jason is awesome. Every time he sees a movie, he sends me a message about it on Instagram about how he feels about it. I remember after Keeper, you were like, that was dog shit. And I thought that was hilarious. That was great. So he said, I'm going full Kyle. I want it for Saturday. Bro, go in there and just ask him. Like, just be straight up. Like, just, hey, if you show it, I'll give you guys money. They're not going to say no, dude. I'm telling you. If they can make it happen, they'll make it happen. So make it happen, Jason. It's so worth it, I'm telling you. Davey's saying, I've only seen the first Orphan movie. Guess I'll have to check out First Kill. Again, is it the best prequel movie ever? No, but it's a prequel that actually finds a way to build upon the original film. And I feel like not a lot of prequels actually do that. Like, I feel like if we're going to do a prequel, that should be the point of it. Prequels are harder to do than a sequel because you can kind of take the story wherever you want in part two. But like with a prequel, it's got to lead in to the original. Where it's going to end. So how do you make something like that surprising and shocking? I say, reinvent the original, give some sort of twist to it. And they actually do find a way to do a little bit of a crazy twist and turn in First Kill. And I'm just like, ooh, shit. Okay. It's cool. I really liked First Kill. Monokuma is saying, thank you for answering my questions, Jake. Of course. Thank you for hanging out with us. I greatly appreciate you. And thank you for watching the videos. Thank you. They even have it advertised, but no tickets. Oh, you got to go full Kyle. Like, take a shit on the counter kind of vibe, Jason. No, I'm kidding. No, that's crazy though. What? There's a cameo in the trailer? Is that what you're saying? Does Ready or Not 2 have a secret cameo? Yes, the cameo is in the trailer. Not really a cameo, just an unannounced star. Ooh, why don't I know this? Interesting. There's a big secret cameo in that flick. That's going to be awesome, dude. I hope it's Melissa Barrera. She should really be in that. That would be cool if they were, Ready or Not was still working with her. Not Ready or Not, sorry. The Radio Silence. If Radio Silence is still working with her on stuff. That would be fun. She would be a really fun, like, family member. You know what I mean? Like, we've been following her as a protagonist in a lot of her movies, but to see her now as the villain, that would be kind of fun. Melissa can play both, so I think that would be a really good part of that cast for sure. But Jeepers Creepers 3 is an Oscar-worthy movie, Jake. Is it though? I was just making a joke about I was talking about Silent Night, Deadly Night. The same studio that made Reborn was supposed to do the new Silent Night, Deadly Night movie, and I'm just like, thank God that didn't happen. Oh my God. Oh shit. But yeah, thankfully that panned out the right way. Fate was Silent Night, Deadly Night had a good fate. Thank God. Found its way. Samantha Robinson is saying, love First Kill. Excellent twist. I totally agree. Some great stuff in there. Samantha, thank you for being a channel member. Yes, I totally agree. I was pretty blown away. I don't want to say too much. I want to shut up about it, but Davey is saying Melissa Barrera will come in as her character from Abigail, Lollipop and all. You know what? I wouldn't be complaining, Davey. That would be a lot of fun. We kind of have these two movies in the same universe, right? That's kind of been there's a little Easter egg in Abigail with one of the Ladomises on a painting in the background of a certain room. So it's like, you can kind of play into that a little bit if you want. Sure. I mean, why not? Ready or Not never needed a sequel. Let's be honest. But the fact that we're getting one, cool. You know what? Fuck yeah. I'll take it. Not gonna say no. And also the trailer looks pretty fucking awesome, man. Looks like a really fun way to expand upon this concept. There's like more games and more deals with the devil across more rich people. Like, I'm like, okay, I'm sold. This is outrageous. Let's rock and roll. Let's make this thing happen. Jason's calling them, right? Jason, you got to give us some live updates on what's going on with your Cinemark. I got to know. When you get off the phone, give me some answers. Give me some answers on what's going on. I really hope you get it. I really hope they're able to play it. Jake, did you see the Goosebumps song? You sent me a Goosebumps song. No, I have not seen it, but I'm going to check it out after this. That's awesome. Austin Ullman, I don't know if I said hi to you. Hi, Austin. Welcome in, my friend. I've been appreciating the crazy little things you've been sending me, though. Thank you for all that. Critical saying there's a fun time jump coming your way with a nice surprise. I like surprises. No context to what I'm talking about. You don't got to give me context. I like secrets. Secrets are fun. Oh, okay. So Brian Fuller's kind of talking about the Friday the 13th series a little bit. It's described as a bloody, paranoid 70s thriller. Well, yeah. Of course that's what it is. It's not really a huge update, is it? Oh, there's a Ready or Not 2 update. Catherine Newton literally fell on the floor when Sarah Michelle Gellar joined Ready or Not 2. I kind of like that. That's funny. I might have another big update video grouping a bunch of stories together tomorrow at some point too. I don't know. I don't know yet what I'm going to make. Something. But so a lot of interesting things are happening right now. It's fun. Samantha is saying, starting a prayer chain for my friend's dog. He's really sick. His liver is failing. Oh, I'm so sorry, Samantha. That's terrible. Well, I hope that just nothing but good health for this dog. That's absolutely terrible. So much love sending your way. So sorry about that, Samantha. Critical saying, keep going. Linda Cardellini is getting praised. Oh, there's more to it than just that? Okay. Well, dude, fuck yeah. I know Linda Cardellini is going to be good. Oh, I didn't click on the full thing. I just looked at the preview. There are rivers of blood in the show. There are love that. There are very, I think, ingenious kill sequences and deaths and murders, but it's all done in service of character and theme. And then there's an EW link. I'm just looking at the discussing film post about it. I love Rivers of Blood. I'm here for it. Like, are you kidding me? Let's rock and roll with all that. That's going to be great. If you're going to do a blood anything, it should be a river, if not an ocean, you know? That's pretty awesome. Linda Cardellini getting praise. Of course she is. Come on now. That's going to be great. I hear my fiance currently shitting on me in the other room, which I think is really funny. I love you, babe. Nothing. Anyways. Oh, we have an update. Hang on. We have an update from Jason Carpenter saying, hell no, the manager was giving me some lip. She said, maybe tomorrow they might have tickets. You're a paying customer. You're like, listen, I'll throw some money your way. Just give me my movies. You don't have an open theater? Come on now. Damn, not good enough. Don't have it on the Cinemark website if you're not going to show a niche slasher. It's my freebie ticket too from my Cinemark club that they give me monthly. That is pretty nice. I used to have that when I lived closer to a Cinemark. Shit, dude. Well, maybe tomorrow. At least there's a maybe. You know, you're telling me there's a chance, right? There's something going on there at the very least, Jason. Keep me updated. I want to make sure you see this thing. It's a lot of fun. I really want you to see it. Mastermind Killer is saying, same here, Mono. I have to go to Cine Sucks. AMC is your favorite, says Monocumo. For some reason, my AMC is far away, unfortunately. You know, I got to be honest, in terms of theaters close by, I recently discovered this place called Phoenix Theaters. And I don't know if you guys have one of those, but that's my new favorite theater, if I'm being so real. I don't know if they're as nice as the ones that we have out here, but they have like Dolby Atmos, like the seats move when you're watching a movie and shit. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, like Five Nights at Freddy's 2, it's a pretty whatever movie, but the theater experience, because I got to see it at that theater, holy shit, dude. Like, pretty fucking cool. Every movie I've seen there, I think I've liked just a little more than I probably should have, because the experience is just so damn cool. We saw Jurassic World Rebirth in there. That was the first time I saw a movie in that theater, and it's just, I mean, it's fucking awesome. Those great seats. Ooh, 10 out of 10. Love that. When you have some good seats and it's not just the stiff old movie chairs that you got to sit like this the whole time, I'm rocking and rolling. I'm happy. Davey is saying, have a great rest of your night, everyone. I've got to take care of some stuff before my stream, but hang on. But I'll be jumping into the gaming stream to F shit up. Davey, I love that. Thank you for hanging out with us, my friend. And I'm really excited. I hope you have a good stream as well. We got to get something going as well. We got to make something happen. So, Davey, so much love to you, my friend. Thank you for hanging out with us. Montecumo, I'm really excited for Iron Lung. That's another one we got to support, fellas. That's a very low budget little indie flick. And I know Markiplier is like a multi-millionaire, but guys, it's still a little movie. We should support it. It's going to be awesome. It's being self-distributed, which that's a big thing, man. Self-distributed. There's like no other movie that they're doing something like that. That's crazy. You got to support a movie like that. I mean, that's too damn cool. So go see it. Go check it out. Iron Lung. That's like a studio breaker right there. You know what I mean? That's pretty fucking awesome. That's just pure, genuine love of the game kind of shit right there. Blake9455 is saying, I work at Phoenix Theaters. Very cool. You don't happen to work in the one in Northeast Ohio, do you? That would be really cool if you did. Probably not, but let me know. Austin is saying, tell them to drop Avatar into Marathon Silent Night, Deadly Night. Oh, James Cameron won't be having that though, Austin. That's the thing. James Cameron is going to start smashing more iPhones if that happens. Come on now. No, but I'm still excited. I'm going to see Avatar. I'm still going to see it, but Silent Night, Deadly Night, that's my movie of the month for sure. Jason is saying what's extra shitty is that they have the tickets for Housemaid. Oh, that's brutal. Ready for sale. Not Silent Night, Deadly Night. I might have to go to Regal for this one. Now I'm on a mission to see it. Dude, whatever you got to do to see this one, I'm telling you, it's totally worth it. If you have to actually pay real money for it, it's worth your time. Silent Night, Deadly Night, lots of fun. Lots of fun. One of my favorite slasher movies of the year. It might creep up into my top 10. I'm kind of forgetting about Black Phone 2. And that was good, but I think I liked Silent Night, Deadly Night 2 better. I'm going to be honest. I think this was a slightly better flick. Black Phone 2, it's not even that it was bad. I just feel like it didn't hit some of the same like emotional beats as the original. So I was like a little underwhelmed in that department. I don't know if I was really like, broken, choked up over some of the characters like how I was with the original. This movie, it gets into a little bit of emotional stuff too towards the end, and I'm just like, damn, okay. That kind of worked for me. That was cool. So I think this movie hits those emotional beats maybe even a little better than what I was hoping for in Black Phone. So that was another big sell for me to really be confident about saying favorite slasher of the year, rock on. Really the back half of 2025 has kind of saved that. I feel like this year for slashers, there's been a lot of just like, whatever movies in those regards, and now Black Phone 2 and Silent Night, Deadly Night, I feel like have really done it for me. So glad that slashers made a slight comeback here at the end of the year, which is nice. What do you think about the Stranger Things bros doing an Elm Street film? Oh yeah, dude, absolutely. That would totally rock. The Duffer Brothers are just like, I love this. I love Stranger Things. I think they've done a really good job with it. I could totally see them doing Nightmare on Elm Street. I think just the biggest thing I would want from Stranger Things, however, is Jamie Campbell Bower doing Freddy Krueger. He's more than earned that, I think. So like, as long as he's playing Freddy, I'm very sold that would be a kick-ass movie. Match Made in Heaven, however, for me is Jamie Campbell Bower under the direction of Scott Derrickson doing Nightmare on Elm Street. That would be that's the Freddy movie I want to see. It would be a little darker, a little grittier, but still very fun, like how a good Nightmare on Elm Street film should be, But I think, you got to modernize it still. It's got to be a little darker and grittier, but still very fun and over the top, So I think if we can find that balance, that would be what I would want. The Phoenix in Columbus, I went to the screening with Matt and Skeet though. Oh, you're in Columbus. Okay. I wish I did, but I work at the one in, New Albany. Never mind. You're in Indiana. Well, you're not too far away. Maybe we'll catch you at Horror Hound though in March. I'm gonna try to shoot for Horror Hound if I can. That would be a lot of fun. That's like one of the most fun festivals to go to. I love Horror Hound, man. Horror Hound is always got some really good, just great energy, great venues, great just like concessions, which that's a big thing for me. They always have good food and drink, which I love. So you gotta love that. But okay, you work in the one in Indiana. That's very cool though. Very cool stuff. I had to drive all the way. I had tickets for something in Indiana and I couldn't go because it was in Indianapolis. It was a 5-hour drive from where I'm at. And I almost went to go see like an early screening of some movie. I can't even remember what it was. Something. and I was gonna do a review of it, but I was just like, dude, it's not worth it. It's too far away, man. It's 5 hours. It's crazy. I did drive all the way to Detroit to see Black Phone early though. That was crazy. That was nuts. Thankfully I've gotten into the early screenings in the area, so I don't have to drive too far. But back in the day, I was crazy. I was real. I remember I drove 2 hours to see what was the name of that? The Outwaters, a movie that like at the time, just nobody really cared about. Like there's no way a video on that would be would be something. But I did drive 2 hours to see it. So rock and roll, crazy stuff. It's on the corner of Indiana, right by Louisville. Oh, so you're a ways away. I got you. Yeah, you're out there, man. No, that's wild though. Blake, one day I'm coming out to that theater. I'm watching something. I love Phoenix theaters. Love Phoenix theaters. Austin is saying I'd love to see Kids on Bikes, Elm Street movie. Kids on Bikes, the movie, but with Freddy Krueger this time. I would love to see that too, honestly. That would be fun. One more chat, and I think we're heading over to the gaming channel, ladies and gents. King Bull is saying Robert Englund wants to return as Freddy, and I hope he does. No one can play the character like him. I mean, I don't disagree. Robert Englund will always be my Freddy Krueger, but I'm open-minded to giving a new young buck the role, just to see what they can do with it. Give us a new take. But while we have Robert Englund, he should be Freddy, right? But he said time and time again that he's too old and thick to get into all that latex. I don't care how thick he is. I want to see him play Freddy again. That's where I'm at with it. But anyways, guys, thank you so much for hanging out with us tonight. Thank you for your support during the stream. Really does mean quite a bit. We will be live again tomorrow night. I think I'm actually moving tomorrow night's stream to 6 p.m. Eastern time. So a little earlier, hour earlier at 6. But stop on by. We're going to be streaming all week here. Night Watch Zone is coming over as well at 7:30 Eastern time on Thursday. And we're going to be talking about the Scream competitors. And we're going to be talking about if they reach the same heights, if they deserve to be part of the Scream franchise. So different Scream competitor movies, and talk about are they worthy of the Scream franchise? Like are these good enough to be Scream sequels? Essentially, it's going to be a really fun stream. I'm really excited for that one. Again, so much love to you guys. If you want to keep the party going, stop on over at the gaming channel. And as always, guys, don't forget to kill it out there, y'all. Bye-bye.